You know, it feels really, really good to be that guy or that girl that has a solution for every problem that come up, whether it's big or it's small. Feels really good to be reliable and dependable in that aspect. And people love a good solution to a good big or small problem. But what about knee-jerk solutions? Those knee-jerk reactions. Sometimes they're solutions, outrageous solutions to some of the smallest problems. And it's usually from some of the smartest people in the world. The decisions are always the dumbest decisions you've ever heard of. And it's like everybody around on the outside, they're like, how? Like, how do you come up with this? Are you not thinking? I mean, you have people just as smart as me, which, I mean, I got a 12th grade, some college education, but I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. But you can always read the room and see that that's not the best thing to do when you make these knee-jerk solutions. And with these knee-jerk solutions, sometimes I often think, what's going on in their minds? And honestly, what's going on in their minds? What's going on in their minds is nothing at all. And so, I've been thinking about it. I wanted to talk a lot more for that about that. This is mainly for anybody that has people that they supervise, they're in charge of. And for those who are under the control or the effects of somebody that pull knee-jerk reactions or solutions, and how to deal with it, and how to communicate, how to cope with it. I'm Tony, and I have a passion for cultivating successful people. Now I'm a veteran, and I'm happy to serve. Oh, nah, you gonna salute me. You gonna salute me. Thank you, I appreciate that. Salute to you as well. And I have a gift for getting results and also helping others to get results. So if you have any goals you're trying to achieve, you want to build a better mindset, or you just simply want to elevate and stand by, this is Cultivation. Cultivation, episode 14. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your support. Thank you in advance for your time. I want to say that I am not a life guru. Not a life guru. I'm just not afraid to share my experiences. I share stories and I share accounts of different things. Sometimes I look good. Sometimes I look like Leon the professional. That's what it is. Thank you all for your time, I say. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my families. Thank you. Sometimes not even your closest will get that support. So I really appreciate you if you have been supporting me. Thank you so much. Special shout out to Mr. Corey Grumbs. Right? Damn, I'm saying Mr. Corey Grumbs, making him sound mad old. But Corey Grumbs of the Black Podcast Association. He had a post out there which talked about those who make podcasts and stuff. He said, don't waste your fans' time in 2022. Make the content, put it out there. Stop wasting time, man. I saw that and that really motivated me, and I really appreciate that post. I appreciate those strong words. It's nice everything they're doing over there. That community, that group, Black Podcasters Association, it's a lot of positive people over there, a lot of uplifting people. I go over there and I get something. I try to drop a comment every once in a while. But if you're into podcasting and things of that nature, you should really check that guy out. I think since I've been on there, it's been nothing but positivity, and I'm just building you up over there. So it's pretty good stuff right there. Shout out to him. Okay. You can find me on Apple. You can find me on iTunes, Overcast. Check in the description below of this video. Check me on Buzzsprout. Download some of my podcasts. I'm working on mastering some of my old episodes, clean up some of the audio and things like that. As you can see, I have, all sorts of equipment and stuff. I do have challenges, though. I mean, I just moved into another room in my house, and I wanted to set up, and now I'm realizing that my house is pretty loud. A whole bunch of background noise, cars driving all day. I never really noticed that before, so it's crazy. I mean, but I got a mic, new audio interface, and stuff like that. I'm consistently trying to make things better. So with your support, your feedback of where to go in the right direction, sometimes that'll do big. I know it's like pulling teeth. I know some of y'all just don't like to keep it real. Sometimes I know it's hard to do that, but that's how people get better. So I appreciate that feedback if you provide it. Like I said, subscribe to Cultivation Podcast. Whatever it is that you're doing, just swing my way, and I'll be sure to throw some support back at you. Now, moving on, episode 14. Knee-jerk solutions, knee-jerk reactions, knee-jerk solutions, whatever you want to call it. Knee-jerk solutions, listen up, boss. It's never, ever thought out. It's not. All right, in my experience, I've always seen it like, it's like the first thing, it could be anything. You get a hole in the wall, they'll be like, oh, yeah, take this computer, put it in the wall. Like, it's the dumbest things. It's always ineffective. Anytime, think about somebody saying something crazy to you, right? And because the knee-jerk reaction is you actually, okay, I'm going to beat this, I'm going to beat the hell out of them. Now, think about somebody saying whatever, and then the first thought you had was to what? To turn up, right? You could be anywhere. You could be in a mall. It's about to look like the Jerry Springer show. That's probably not the best thing to do. And we all grown men and women. We don't want to look crazy nowadays, so that's not the thing to do, all right? Supervisors and bosses and stuff like that, that's the worst that you could do, all right? People won't buy in on that stuff. And if you got some sense, and everybody got some sense, believe it or not, you know the vibes. You can read the room. Those people are not feeling what you're putting down. So you telling people, all right, so we gonna do this or something crazy, and everybody, they just hear you, and you can always tell, because the vibes be like, you saying, or they putting it down. Some people looking up at the ceiling, looking down. They, picking their hands, picking the skin off their hands, just, they don't give a damn, right? They don't care. They are temporary. These are temporary. And some of these issues that come up is not temporary issues. So I always think, well, why are we going to put a temporary solution on this not so temporary issue that we're having? But these guys just don't see it that way. I don't know why. Who raised them? Trying to figure that one out. They really don't address the issue. Knee-jerk solutions. All right? I kid you not. One time, it was these folks. It was, no, I got one. All right, so my unit. One day, it's like a period of time. We were all it's just a lot of different people at my unit. They were like messing up on the 1MC, which is like a PA system, right? Everybody is messing up on it, almost everybody, and I don't know what it is. It's a PA system, so I guess people hear their voice. They say something like, like, Mike, come to the main office. Oh, that's me. And they get scared because people heard them, but you speaking into it, everybody about to hear you. So just do it, but they get shook off of that. I don't know why. But one day I'm on watch, and me and one of my guys is on watch, and I'm here and I'm also with one of my new guys, brand new guy, brand new to the Navy, brand spanking new. And I mean, he's one of these like Poindexter kids. He's a good kid. Everything like you say to him, he respond like according to my calculations. He's really that kind of guy. Seriously, like oh, he fixed the glasses. Oh, according to my calculations. And you're like, all right, man. Just what is it? Yes or no? Damn. But smart kid, real smart kid, real respectable kid. Shout out to him. I'm sorry for even saying that stuff about you. All right, so I'm giving him training. Just trying to take care of him. And fire is coming left and right, left and right. Fire, 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 everywhere. Right? When I mean fire, there's a whole bunch of issues. Right? It's like third watch or something like that. Or maybe it's the second. I can't remember. But a whole bunch of issues just coming up. And me, I be taking care of stuff. Like I said, I'm Leon the professional. So, and they put the right guy on the job. One of my guys out there. So, we putting in work. Anyway, the boss is supposed to come out, and we know, all right, when the boss come on, we gotta ring the boss, give him his proper honor. That's what a lot of people been getting screwed up on. They've been messing up on that, and a lot of people been like ready to just destroy people over it. And so, boss coming, he was supposed to be leaving for a meeting. Well, he was supposed to be at a meeting like 2:30, but it's like 2:15. I didn't see him yet. And it's not too far where you gotta go, but it's not like him to be arriving so late. So I'm like, damn, like, man. And I'm on watch. I can't even, hey, sir, you still going to that meeting or whatever? So we just waiting. I'm like, I told the team, the watch team, like, hey, guys, CO, he's going to be coming any minute. Be ready to give honors, blah, 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 right? Be ready. Right? Oh, yeah, we got this, right? We doing we was just doing training on how to do it. Right, so we won't mess that up, right? Because we don't want to mess that up at all, because people tripping. All right, so and like I said, the CEO he wasn't around. Usually he would already had left, but I feel like he had been off his game lately. You gotta understand his point of view, right? I say he been off his game because he got a hard job, real hard job. He got to answer for like 300 something people, and you can't please 300 something people, no matter what. And for this particular time, like he was getting hammered by people, I mean, these people savages. These people savages don't care what nobody say. Sometimes, they got the suggestion box for them and stuff. Imagine like how you would feel if every once in a while you open up a letter like, oh, okay, one of my employees, they wrote to me. Let's see what they got to say. Good morning, sir. Fuck you. It's like, okay. And then think about that. Think about if you was to open up your mail and see something like that. You can't even do nothing back. That would make me mad. I open up the mail. Hey, good morning, Tony. But I got a surprise for you. Open it up. Fuck you. And you can't even do anything because they don't say it's from me, obviously, right? So, but anyway, all right, we're getting off topic a little bit. So, the CEO, like, he finally come out, and it's like he's in a rush, right? One of my guys see him. He didn't even realize he came out. So he came out. I'm like, I'm holding it together. I'm like, hey, bro, hey, here comes the CEO. Like, yo, dude, render the honors. And he got so scared. He was like, Papi, what do I do, Papi? And then he finally, like, he just reacted, And then he just said, Captain, departing. You're supposed to ring bells and all that first, like ding, 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 ding. You say the captain or the unit name and then departing. But he didn't do that. And so I was like, oh, shit. So I finally go in and I try to get him to correct it. And as I'm saying it, he's doing it again to try to correct it. And he messing it up again. I'm like, God damn, and we just did training over it. So now I got a whole bunch of people coming. I got this 2-foot dude coming. I want you to do a different watch. Right? So I'm like, All right, whatever. You know, and give training. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we get a training. I mean, we had to do a different watch. We had to do the training, and then the entire unit decided they gonna do training, right? But none of them had no training material because they just told them, oh, everybody doing training, and nobody had anything to train on. They didn't have no content to train on. They just said, everybody doing training. And I'm like, okay. Lucky for me, I'm a smart guy, and if you set something up, like I'll deliver it. If you say, "Oh, you got to do this," I'll do it. And so I was able to produce something, and then everybody started coming to me, "Oh, can we see your training, please?" I ain't petty, so I was like, "Yeah, yeah," but whatever. But my point is, that didn't address the issue at all. The issue was back to what I was saying, it don't address the issue. The issue was that guys wasn't as comfortable on the 1MC, and they were messing up. Now we going and doing training on all this other stuff. Like it's not thought out, it's not planned, it's not quality training, and making us stand like a different watch and all this stuff. That didn't fix none of the issues. All right, and then when stuff died down, because at that point it's hot, so everybody, oh, okay, oh, yeah, we're going to do training, right? And now it becomes just a requirement, until everybody cool, then those standards drop, then the need for training drops, then we go back to whatever, and the performance drops totally. So I never really liked that, right? And people usually, they suffer unnecessarily. People usually suffer unnecessarily because of knee-jerk solution. Another example, like when people were screwing up on that, they started saying at the same unit, "Oh well, you're gonna get 3 watches in a day, if you mess up." That's not the issue. People they know how to stand watch. People are just nervous, or they need more training or more familiarization when it comes to the 1MC or the PA system, right? They need to be comfortable about speaking in front of people and stuff. That's what that is. So I always thought that was crazy. All right. One way you can combat that is to plan your solution. Plan it. Get the buy-in from people. Right? They'll be receptive if you ask people. Ask them, hey, what do y'all think? You get buy-in. You'll see policy changes, routine changes. You'll see mentorship in there. You'll see effective planning, all that stuff from just getting buy-in from your people. Ask them, hey, what you think I should do? All right? And if you're a person that's being affected by this, it's about how you go with it, right? You can go with the flow easily, right? So it's one way you can do it. You can say, oh, fuck this is bullshit, da-da-da-da, and that's cool. But you can also use your channels that get you to your leadership or whatever, right? Some people got a boss suggestion box or a sales box or anonymous tip box or whatever. All right, you could say something like, hey, it would be cool if we do it this way, or have you ever thought about this? Or us doing this, and that, and is affecting us this way. What do you think about that? All right. And I say doing it like that, but the point of what I'm trying to do is, or trying to say is that when you come to leaders or managers with solutions instead of complaints and problems, they'll be more apt to listen to that and maybe even take it on, because that's a solution that they didn't have to think about. Let's be honest, some of them inputs that we put into our leaders, they're good sometimes. They're really good. And let's keep it honest, they be stealing. So they'll steal it in a heartbeat and they will use it and it might work. But if you're like, oh, that's bullshit, I hate this, I hate that, that's never really going to change anything, to be honest. All right? So that's all I really have regarding knee-jerk solutions. Like I said, if you're a manager, leader, some kind of supervisor or whatever, take heed to that. If you're a guy or a girl that's been affected with that, take heed to that too. It's ways to deal with that. And it's all about how you deal with it. All right, so that's all I have regarding that. I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge. So, everything we just talked about, take something I said and apply it to your situation in life, right? Instead of doing the normal, if your normal thing is to just complain and, sow negativity, just try something I said in this video. It may help. And if it does, let me know. I like to talk about that. I like to see how my advice is working, if it's working for you. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your time so much. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, comment, like, share, subscribe to Cultivation Podcast. Cultivation, Growth Talks with the Veteran. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And my next episode, give me some feedback. Give me some feedback on what you've been thinking, if you've been looking into it. With my next episode, I'm not really sure where I want to go. I have one or two written, and I just want to see what I do. I can't really think about the name of it right now, but I do have them written. I know that. And the last but not least, have you noticed my show format changing? If you like it, just let me know. Right? I got like a pre-intro, intro, PSA kind of thing, and different stuff, content, conclusion, challenge, whatsoever. If you like that show format, let me know. If you see some flaws, if you have some feedback, let me know. I appreciate it a lot. Like I said, this is Tony Tone. This is Cultivation. Tony Tone is out. Thank you so much. I put in the work, give me the bag, came from the gutter. Look what I have, already struggled. I need it bad, play me like chess.